Half a century ago, Jaws swam into theaters and forever altered the cinematic landscape. Released in 1975, the film redefined what a summer blockbuster could be, sent moviegoers fleeing from beaches, and launched Steven Spielberg from a rising talent to a household name. Now, 50 years later, Jaws remains not just a film of historical importance, but a masterclass in tension, craftsmanship, and character-driven horror that continues to captivate audiences worldwide. While Spielberg would later become synonymous with high-concept adventure and emotionally grounded storytelling, Jaws occupies a curious space in his filmography. The DNA of the film stretches back to older traditions: the drive-in creature features of the 1950s and 60s, the beach party flicks of the early 70s, and even the socially aware thrillers of the post-Vietnam era. Jaws blends all of these into something grittier, smarter, and far more enduring than the sum of its parts. A creature feature with purpose and precision. The influence of classic monster cinema is immediately felt in Jaws' opening moments. Spielberg adopts an underwater point of view shot reminiscent of Creature from the Black Lagoon, the 1954 film that marked the twilight of Universal's golden age of monsters. The camera drifts beneath the ocean surface, gliding past seaweed and drifting legs, placing viewers in the predator's perspective. It's an ominous, voyeuristic move that primes the audience for terror. Then comes the infamous first attack. A carefree beach party, a spontaneous midnight swim, and the sudden, brutal death of Chrissy Watkins. Her screams, followed by a chilling silence, signal to viewers that Jaws will not play by the rules. There are no safe zones. There is no immediate rescue. There's just a predator and the helpless, framed against the vast, indifferent sea. A serious film beneath the surface. Despite being about a giant killer shark, Jaws avoids slipping into camp. Much of this comes down to its cast. Roy Scheider's portrayal of Chief Martin Brody anchors the film in grounded fear, a city man caught in a beach town's bureaucratic denial. Richard Dreyfuss adds both intelligence and unease as marine biologist Matt Hooper, whose knowledge offers little comfort when faced with the shark's raw power. Their chemistry, marked by tension and dry humor, lends the film its human edge. And then there's Robert Shaw's unforgettable performance as Quint. Gruff, mysterious, and deeply scarred by the past, Quint feels like a ghost story come to life. His USS Indianapolis monologue is still one of cinema's most haunting moments, transforming Jaws from mere thriller to psychological study. That scene alone raises the film from great to legendary. Inventive filmmaking born from necessity. Famously, the mechanical shark Spielberg dubbed Bruce barely functioned during production. What could have been a disaster forced Spielberg and editor Verna Fields to rethink how to show the monster. Instead of full frontal spectacle, they leaned into suspense, suggestion, and implication. The result? Some of the most effective tension building in film history. John Williams' iconic score, simple, primal, and unforgettable, turned every shadow in the water into a potential threat. With each note, dread mounts. The shark, barely seen, becomes a mythic terror rather than just an animal. Legacy of a cinematic titan. 50 years on, Jaws still bites. It remains one of the rare films that transcends its genre and era, influencing everything from modern horror to summer blockbuster formulas. It paved the way for countless imitators, but few, if any, have matched its perfect blend of suspense, humanity, and craftsmanship. Though Spielberg would go on to create even more celebrated works, Jaws is where his legend truly began. It's a movie that understands fear not just as a reaction to the monster, but as a reflection of our own helplessness, pride, and stubbornness. Whether you're watching it for the first time or the 50th, Jaws still swims in deep waters. And it still knows exactly how to strike.